Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Griffin Gabbin', the podcast where I say dumb things and Lois pretends to be surprised I still have a Mick.
Oh, Peter, you're impossible, honestly. Peter, you've already spilled grape soda on your neck. Again.
That's not soda, Lois. That's creative juice. It's purple 'cause it's exotic.
Right? Anyway, today we're talking about this TikTok comic guy. You know him. You love him. Hongdae guy.
Yes, the guy who always goes. If you open mind, then hits you with some crazy anim philosophy like you become future self in alternate universe with emotional damage.
Oh, Peter, you're impossible, honestly. Peter, you showed me one where he said, if you open mind, raccoon is not trash animal. It is forest cat.
He's not wrong, Lois. I saw a raccoon in our trash last night. And I swear to God it gave me a thumbs up and moonwalked out of there like Michael Jackson.
Maybe it was just Stewie in a raccoon suit again.
Stewie is the raccoon. It all makes sense now.
But seriously, Peter, these comics, they're weirdly deep. One had this sad guy in a beanie crying over a man, and Hongdae guy just says, if you open mind, sadness is just emotional wasabi.
Emotional wasabi? Lois, I felt that. I cried into my ramen that night. Not 'cause I was sad, but 'cause I accidentally used pepper spray instead of soy sauce.
Peter, why is there even pepper spray in the kitchen?
I thought it was a new Sriracha, screaming rooster flavor, or something.
You need help.
No! What I need is more comics from Hongdae Guy. That man could talk a fish out of water into becoming a motivational speaker.
One more. Remember that strip where the guy's chasing love and Hongdae guy goes. If you open mind, love is not destination. It is overpriced bubble tea shop you keep going to anyway.
And then they both cry and high-five with their souls. Freaking beautiful.
So true. And then Meg tried to use that line at dinner, and we all just stared at her.
Yeah, she said if you open mind. I'm actually cool. That mind's still closed. Meg, locked up tighter than Quagmire's gym shorts.
You, Peter.
Ha. Ha. Hell, man. That's rich. Ha, snort. Ha. Giggity. Denial.
All right, folks. That's all for today's podcast. Moral of the story?
Open mind. Laugh more. Avoid pepper spray ramen.
And don't trust Peter in the kitchen.
All right, folks, we're back. And Lois, I gotta tell ya, the latest Hongdae Guy comic broke me. Mentally, emotionally, even spiritually.
Oh boy, what happened now?
So, in this one, Hongdae Guy walks up to a girl crying in a coffee shop, and instead of, saying it's gonna be okay, he just stares dramatically and goes. Put your number in my iPhone 16 Pro Max. I spit out my beer. I wasn't even drinking beer.
Peter, you don't even own an iPhone. You still have that flip phone that plays Who Let the Dogs Out as a ringtone.
That's a classic, Lois. Anyway, in the comic, the girl just stares at him, all confused. And he says, if you open mind, love is just airdrop of soul between compatible Bluetooth hearts.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I think I proposed to a Starbucks cashier after reading it. I handed her a paper cup with my number and just whispered, airdrop me, Angel.
Peter, you can't keep hitting on baristas with tech metaphors.
Lois, she spelled my name Petered. I thought it was fate.
So what happened next in the comic?
Oh, this is the best part. The girl says, I don't have iPhone. I have Samsung Galaxy. And then Hongdae Guy vanishes in a puff of sakura petals while saying, then we are not meant to sync but maybe. one day and charging station of destiny.
That's either the dumbest or the most romantic thing I've ever heard.
Same, I laughed. I cried. I subscribed to 6 different romance astrology TikToks.
Peter, you cried watching a battery commercial last week.
The Duracell bunny never gives up. Lois, he's my role model.
So, what's the moral this time? A wise Hongdae guy disciple.
Easy. If you open mind, you realize true love is just trying to connect with someone before you're emotional. Battery hits 1%.
Okay, that was surprisingly deep.
I know, right? I might get that tattooed on my back. Right under live, laugh, lasagna.
Peter, no more tattoos. The last one was a QR code to a Rickroll.
Totally worth it.
That's all for this week on Griffin Gabbin'. Stay open-minded, folks.
And keep your Bluetooth hearts turned on. Peter Griffin, signing off. All right, Lois. Real talk, I've decided. I'm becoming Hongdae guy.
Oh boy, here we go again. What does that even mean?
It means I only speak in vague metaphors, wear a trench coat indoors, and disappear in a puff of dramatic smoke after giving people unsolicited wisdom. Like this, if you open mind, sandwich is not lunch. Sandwich is life between two regrets.
Peter, that was a firecracker and a vape. You just look like a confused magician at a vape convention.
You don't get it, Lois. I went full method. I've been handing out fake fortunes in the mall food court.
You mean those crumpled napkins that say stuff like love is just the Wi-Fi of the heart?
Yes, one guy cried. Another guy gave me $10. And one teenage girl slapped me with a chicken nugget.
Sounds about right.
And Lois, the ultimate moment. I tried to do the puff move at the DMV.
Oh no.
I leaned in real close to the guy behind the desk and whispered, "You do not need license. You need direction." Then I threw down a smoke bomb. But the fire alarm went off. And now I'm legally banned from renewing my registration.
Peter, you can't keep throwing powder bombs in government buildings.
Hongdae guy would have understood me.
Peter, Hongdae guy isn't real. He's a comic strip. You're out here acting like some kind of emotionally unstable street wizard.
Fine, but I'm not giving up. I even practiced the look. Beanie, scarf in 90-degree heat, sad eyes, mysterious aura.
Peter, the only thing mysterious about you is how you haven't passed out from dehydration in that outfit.
I went to Whole Foods and told a woman staring at avocados, if you open mind, guacamole is just green emotions waiting to be mashed.
Please tell me she called security.
No! Worse, she nodded slowly and said, "Oh," then gave me her number.
Peter, was it a real number?
I don't know. It said 911.
Yeah, real keeper.
But Lois, the puff move, I gotta perfect it. That's the essence of Hongdae guy. Say something wise and vanish like a poetic ninja.
Peter, the only thing you've perfected is wasting flour and matches trying to make smoke.
Fine, next time I'll use powdered sugar. If you open nose, diabetes is just sweet destiny.
Okay, that's it. I'm hiding your trench coat, Peter.
If you open mind, this podcast is not ending. It is becoming memory in soul cloud. Tries to puff again.
No puffing in the house. We'll see you next time. Folks, hopefully with less smoke. Peter, that doesn't even make sense.
Exactly. That's how you know it's deep.
Well, if you open mind, maybe next time we talk about something normal, like taxes, or how Stewie built a bidet that shoots marinara sauce.
That was art, Lois.
All right, folks. Thanks for listening to Griffin Gabbin. Rate us 5 stars. Unless your heart is closed like Peter's high school locker.
Hey, that locker was cursed, Lois. The janitor told me. If you open mind, we are all Hongdae guy.
Okay, podcast over. I'm cutting your TikTok privileges.